Celery. Celery is one thing that is a lot of times I find too large in products. And you'll find that celery has a lot of dirt down at the root end, okay? And to pull a stalk of celery off, there's a lot of people that'll just take it and they'll cut it right here, and we're losing all of this product from here to here. So we're just going to pull it off. And if you pull it off and keep this in your refrigerator, that celery is going to keep better too, as long as it's attached to that root. And we're going to trim up that root end just a little bit, because that's where we need to take it off. And the leaves on celery are usable. So we're going to take off just the brown stuff off the ends. Right? And these leaves can actually be usable. They taste like really good celery. They're really sweet. The yellow ones sometimes are bitter, but they're usually really sweet. And you can actually mince these up and put them into chicken salad or potato salad, and it's going to enhance your flavor even more. But for our purposes today, we're going to clip those off. And we're going to take our celery, and we're just going to cut it down the length so that we've got about a 1/4 inch stick. We're going to come back, and again, got our fingers underneath, and we're just going to push forward and down, moving our fingers behind the knife so that we've got all of our celery cut the same size.
Chef, if a person is not quite dexterous enough to handle the knife pushing forward like this, could they possibly keep the tip down and come backward and rock? So see how this gives you a little bit more control?
Yes.
His fingers are still back behind the knife so that they're not close.
Way back here too.
So that he doesn't cut himself, and that gives you a little bit of practice before you go on to the next step.
And then we're going to do an onion. Now, onions are kind of unique products, because if we look at an onion, and this one's peeled. This is the root end. This is the top, okay, or the part that actually comes out of the ground. And we're going to take this top off. Just to show you something, because an onion grows in rings. And if we're going to do a small dice that's going to be nice and even out of that, we have to use a special technique. We can't just cut it and hope it's going to turn out that way. So we're going to cut it in half to the root end. Then we've got 2 halves. We've got a nice flat spot for it to sit on. And in order to cut a nice small dice, we're going to take the knife and we're going to put the round part of the knife starting here and pull back and down. And if we pull back and down, that knife slides through the onion. If you try going straight down, it's pretty hard, okay? Especially if your knife isn't sharp, which it should be. But we're going to go pull down. And again, we're just putting the knife up here, pulling down and towards us. And that gives us all of these cuts through here. Then we're going to take and come back, and we're going to cut a 1/4 inch straight down. And with a 1/4 inch straight down, now we've got an even cut and an even dice. So it's all approximately the same size. This is a really big onion too.
Notice that Chef is not crying.
No.
One of the things you can do is put your onion in the refrigerator first, so that the wonderful smells that the onion gives you is not quite as, when it hits the air, is not quite as pungent. And because he's using this technique rather than just sitting there chop, 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 chopping, he has less of those pungent smells to hit his little eyes.
Yeah, and I'm a little tall too. So.
Yeah, that helps.
Chiffonade. This is basil, and we've just picked some of the large leaves. We're going to take the little bruise off that one. So it shouldn't be in there. And just take some of the large leaves, and we're just going to fold them in half. And then we're going to come back, and we're just going to, again, we're going to rock the blade, right? Kind of push forward at the same time. We're going to cut really thin ribbons, and this is called a chiffonade. And if you're going to use fresh basil in recipes, especially something like tomato caprese salad, which There's recipes out there all over the place for it, which is sliced fresh tomatoes and fresh mozzarella cheese with balsamic vinegar and chiffonade of basil. And this is your chiffonade. And we get nice, long, thin strands that we can put and sprinkle on top of our tomatoes. And then we don't get a great big mouthful of a basil leaf all at once. Put that over there. And speaking of tomatoes, we're going to peel a tomato. And we're going to take this tomato, and we're going to have we've got a paring knife, and we're going to make an X just in the bottom of the tomato. All right, and that's going to give us something to work with, kind of a guideline. We're going to have to grip up on our knife a little bit. Grip it here, not here, but here, okay? And we're just going to take our paring knife and we're going to run right underneath the skin of the tomato and come on down. Now you can poach these, cut an X in the bottom, put them in some simmering water that's at about 190 degrees, count to 12, pull them out and put them in ice water, and they'll peel a little easier. We're just going to keep doing that with this one. All right. And you can see all we're getting is just the skin of the tomato. We're not getting any of the meat. And the reason being is that the skin of the tomato is really tough. We're going to take this and we're going to cut it just directly in half. Horizontally. And to take the seeds out, we just want to, oops, let me put that over there. We just want to take this and we're just going to kind of give that a little squeeze, right? Just like if you were going to squeeze a half a lemon or a half a lime or something like that. And give it a shake. And you'll find that about 60 to 70% of the seeds will come out. And the reason we take those out sometimes is because they're bitter and they just don't belong in some dishes. And we've got pretty much all the seeds out of there. And then a tomato concassé, which is another small dice, or is a small dice of tomato. I'm just going to slice these.
Now notice
into
he's
1/4 of
holding
an
the
inch.
top. He's not cutting towards his fingers. He's
Yes,
holding
my
the
fingers are up above the knife. And believe you me, I learned that one the hard way. Many years
I did
ago.
too.
And I have the scars to prove it. It's battle scars. And then we're just going to kind of rough chop this. All right? You notice that I'm not guiding the knife pretty much. I'm just kind of coarse chopping it.
So today we've seen how we can dice, how we can julienne, we've concassed, what else have we done here?
Supremes.
We've supremes. We've done a lot of different, we've done our basil, and this allows us to do just about anything that our recipe might call for. And now you know how to do that. And maybe you can work your way towards becoming a superstar chef.